And that's a 15-year felony. So if you are found guilty by a jury, you can go to prison for up to 15 years. So Mr. Musgrove, I know where you're going with this, and none of that is valid. None of that is law.
I'm not the all caps name. Of course.
None of that is valid. None of that is law. You are standing in my courtroom. I have jurisdiction over you. Still a crime. Still a crime.
But I'm not
still
a corporation. I'm a living person.
Yep, and that's why you're standing in front of me. If you were dead, the case would be dismissed.
We've got a wild court hearing on deck today. This one features a sovereign citizen trying to weasel his way out of embezzling over $60,000. Of course, he rolls out the usual script, but the judge? She's absolutely not having it. Her responses are sharp, hilarious, and honestly, she handles this guy like a pro. Let me know what you think of the judge in this one, and if you enjoy this kind of courtroom chaos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it.
So, Mr. Dagger Margosian, how do you wish to proceed?
Well, Your Honor, I am aware that Mr. Musgrove wants to present information to the court. I'm happy to be standby counsel if he wants to represent himself. Obviously, this court would have to go through the colloquy of that, but obviously it's Mr. Musgrove's legal right to at least ask the court to do that. So I'm here to observe at this point.
All right. So, Mr. Musgrove, when you were at the bench or up at the podium before, you said that you were appearing on behalf of yourself. So, Mr. Musgrove, are you asking to no longer have counsel represent you?
Well, what I'm understanding is that the courts is a private for-profit.
So, Mr. Musgrove, I know where you're going with this, and none of that is valid. None of that is law.
I'm not the all caps name. Of course.
None of that is valid. None of that is law. You are standing in my courtroom. I have jurisdiction over you. So
I tried to file paperwork with the clerk's office ahead of time so that you would have time to review it, and they denied me.
I know what you're talking about. None of that is valid under the law of the state of Michigan or the Constitution of the United States of America.
Okay, can someone explain why these sovereign citizens keep using the all caps excuse? That one seriously makes zero sense to me. Like, what exactly is their point? That their name being in all caps somehow voids the entire case? If anything, it just makes them look like they spent 10 minutes Googling sovereign citizen loopholes and ran with the first ridiculous thing they saw. Honestly, if they are going to argue that the court has no jurisdiction, I'd almost prefer they just don't show up at all. At least then the court could skip the circus and focus on the real cases that matter. What do you guys think? Does the all caps thing confuse you as much as it confuses me? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And now, let's dive back in.
What do you mean it is?
No.
The Supreme Court says it is.
What does it say it is?
The Supreme Court says that we were at the age of 18, we were supposed to claim our minor status.
Nope, not valid.
Okay.
So here's what I would say to you. Mr. Dagger Margosian is, like most of our public defenders, exceptional attorneys and very well versed in the law and very experienced. He gives legal advice. You may not like the legal advice, but it's usually good advice. I've never had anyone from the public defender's office not wholeheartedly try to represent their clients. So what you are talking about is not valid, and it is not going to get you out of this case. You're not going to be able to say all those things because it's not valid.
Everyone involved in this court case has a financial interest in the case.
I don't have a financial interest in your case. I get paid by the state of Michigan, whether you plead, whether it gets dismissed. I don't make any money off you. We have budgets. The court system is not a profit generating revenue. We are here to represent people so that people who are charged with crimes are protected. People who are victims of crimes are protected. And that's why we have.
But in order for there to be a crime, there has to be a victim. There is no.
Well, there is a victim in this case.
The victim would be the company.
You are charged.
I can't face
Ashley, just hold on. So your crime that you are charged with, which you are innocent as of this time, let me grab the right file, is failure. Oh, this is let me see. This is an embezzlement charge. So you are charged in count one with embezzlement 50,000 or more, but less than 100,000. That being an agent, servant, or employee of Hardwoods of Michigan Industries did convert to your own use without the consent of your employer or principal, industrial tools and equipment in the amount of $68,938.40 or money or equipment. And that's a 15-year felony. So if you are found guilty by a jury, you can go to prison for up to 15 years.
Don't most sovereign citizens try to push for a jury trial? If that's what's happening here, this guy is completely screwed. Every time I see one of them demand a jury trial, it's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. It never ends well. They get so wrapped up in their own bizarre beliefs, and by the time they start ranting in court, the jury's just sitting there thinking, yep, this guy's lost it. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy ends up with the full 15 years. At this rate, it's only a matter of time before the judge runs out of patience and the jury starts tuning him out completely. What do you guys think? Does he have any chance with a jury? Or is this headed straight for disaster? Let's get back to this mess and see how it plays out.
You're charged in count two with using a computer to commit a crime. To facilitate the charge in count one, that carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years in prison. And the way the statute's set up, I can actually stack those possibly. So you potentially could be looking at up to 25 years in prison. So the victim that's alleged in this would be that business.
Right, and I can't face that accuser because that business can't get on the stand for me to ask questions, and a third party.
But their
can't stand
representative
it.
can. Yes, they can. Yes,
They
they
can?
can. Yes, they
Okay.
can. So I have 189,000 of student loan debt that was forgiven to be a lawyer. You do not. And Mr. Dagger Margosian, Mr. Isaac Sneed, all of the attorneys here went to law school to know the law, and their job is to advise you of the law. So
Yeah,
yes,
but
they
they're
can.
going-
Yes,
They're
you
going
can be
by
charged.
everything, all the
can't-
laws and statutes that you guys go by
Are
are for
legal.
corporations. They're for fictitious.
Still a crime. Still a
corporations.
crime.
But I'm not
Still a
a fictitious
crime.
corporation, I'm a living person.
Yep, and that's why you're
Okay.
standing in front of me. If you were dead, the case would be dismissed.
Yeah, the all caps name is that.
That means nothing. That's not valid. It's
Okay.
not legal.
right.
So do you want to represent yourself or do you want to have an attorney to represent you?
I need some time to think.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this for another pretrial on March 20th at 8:30 in the morning. And Miss Adams, could I get a notice of hearing for Mr. Musgrove?
This guy better lay off the cran-eating diet before his next hearing, because if he keeps this up, he's probably looking at 10 years minimum. Judges have zero patience for sovereign citizens, and after watching this whole mess unfold, it's pretty clear why. He's just digging himself deeper with every word. Seriously, how many brain cells did you guys lose watching this? Because I'm feeling a little lightheaded from all the nonsense. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the judge just gives him a permanent seat in the courtroom for all the chaos he's causing. But hey, let me know what you thought about this hearing. Was this guy as ridiculous as he seemed to me, or am I missing something? He wasn't the wildest SOB Sid I've seen, but he definitely wasn't winning any points for self-awareness either. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.